It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on. Well, the Ravens are a smash-mouth football team, and they've got a chance to have a second player drafted here. Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player or do you go after a position of need? And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they leaned that way if a player from that team became available. Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into a starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here? This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club. Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great luxury to have. Friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic. Oh, I tell you, you're not going to get too far in this competition without a superstar or two, and this certainly fits that billing. Two words here: difference maker. That's what that pick right there is. So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as possible? Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here. These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense? Which side has the more pressing need? We've seen Dallas represented once already. Could another Cowboy be joining the fold? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. So that's the process of putting your team together. From here, you can either take a moment to modify your lineup or, heck, head right out onto the field to see how you do.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw. Flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. That one good for 14 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Screen play, Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A carry for Fleener, the tight end. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
Now the ball comes loose. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Evans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Peterson alone in the backfield. Now McCoy. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. C.J. Anderson from 13 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On second down, Peterson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. It finds some open field here. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive. And
we'll see if they can do just that. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll look to throw. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kobe Flainer, 32 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And it is now 21-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Again, Peterson. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. Peterson alone in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Here's McCoy. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Miami after this. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former 1st-round pick, Shane Ray. And they have possession, and they have... Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's... And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run the option left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K1 short, coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback. Theo Riddick. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Theo Riddick, 75 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. To throw, McNair. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. On second down, McNair. And Jones has it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Gresham's got it over the middle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll go for it with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself. But it was fourth down, and the possession changes. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Coleman has it here right side. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Red zone opportunity. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, it's Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Fedorowicz, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, it's a fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll go again with Bell. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chris Baker in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On third down, here's Bell. And some space here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 12 yards is the pickup there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And now out comes Minnesota, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first and 10, it's Taylor. And he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Taylor. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Vikings.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit.
Yeah, he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Fedorowicz with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Bell. A beautiful fake. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. McNair to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flags.
On first down, it's McNair. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On second down, it's Bell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Taylor on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Now McNair looking for a first down throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On second down, McNair. And Gresham's got it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
That coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first and 10, McNair. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. To throw, McNair. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. K1 short. Coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Taylor to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. This is Reddick on the screen. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
McNair. That's complete right around the 8. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Let's go!
Here's McNair. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now McNair. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defense. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On 2nd down, Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A strong running. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw is Taylor. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Now Taylor eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Here's Brad Nordman now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Second down, McNair. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On 1st and 10, McNair muscles him off. That's going to go as a loss of 2. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more. To throw, McNair. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan able to get him for a loss of about 3. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football game. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.